Hi guys, and welcome to Visual Basic tutorial of a simple calculator, a simple and advanced. So let me start by showing you the backspace. There we go, that's the backspace. Let's say we say 74, multiply that by 9. No, we don't want to multiply by 9. So get rid of the 9 and multiply it by 2. There we go, look at that. And we can multiply that by 6. And let's say we have decimal in place, plus 9.52. Add that together, divide that by maybe 14. There. And let's clear that. There we go. And let's assume we say 23 or 33 plus minus. Let's multiply that by 8. There we go. That's click on equals. That is what you are owing. So I'm going to exit out now and let's start work with a new calculator entirely. So exit this out and let's grab hold of a new one here. And I'm going to click on create and select Visual Basic.Net, Windows Form.net. Make sure that is the component you're using. Okay, Windows Forms Application.net, Visual Basic. You see that here. Now, I'm going to click on next. And let's give that name VB underscore calculator underscore YT. I'm going to save that. Click on create. There we go. And now let's refine the size of my button here. So bring it down a little bit, something like that. Let's increase this a little bit more. Maybe I'll go for 520 by 790. There we go. All right. Now the next thing is I'm going to come straight to my tools here and let's grab hold of it. The button, just double click on one. Then I will also grab hold of a label. You can use a text box if you want, but I intend to use a label. There, the label is there, the text box is there. That's the label. Now let's change some components of this label. Scroll right up there where we have auto size. I'm going to change that to force. And the back color, I'm going to make that white. I'll come right down here. You see where we have border style? Yeah, just leave that as normal, okay? Then I'm going to drag it. Let's drag it that much, something like that. And the text content, I'm going to increase the fonts to about, let's see, maybe something a little bit more small, readable, 26. Okay, and I will also align it to align. Let's align that to center right. Yeah, I can align it to, because I'm going to need to, okay, center bottom. That's good. Let's make this one. Okay, we're going to copy this. Let's get rid of this first, but leave that. Let's say hold on to the control, click and drag. Now have the second one. Okay, this can be at the top, and let's make this one center top. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Okay, select both components and come right down here, get rid of this. There we go. Now select both components again. This very one here, I'm going to call that LBL display. The one right at the bottom, I'm going to call that LBL result. There we go. All right, both components are there. Now the buttons. All right, the buttons. Now I'm going to change the size of this very button. Let's see. What do I have in here? Let's go to the size. Come right down here. I have about 106 by 106. Or maybe, let's see if I set it for Let's round it up 110 by 110 and see how that's going to be. Else I'm just going to have to change it around. So 110 by 110, and let's change the font size to something readable as well. Make that about 26 also. There we go. Get rid of the text content I have in here now. This very first one. Delete that. I need 4 by 5 across. So select that, hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2. We have 4. Okay, now come right down here. We have 8, 16, and we're going to need a couple more. So let's select every component and just push it up a little bit so that I can have enough space. Push this up a bit as well. Now I need one more. Hold on to the control, click and drag. There we go. All right, that's how it's looking. But if you notice, the background kind of like blend with the button, so I'm going to select the background. The choice is yours. You can change the color to whatever. This color that we have is the control. I'm going to make this control a little bit dark, so you can just come here. Let's select control dark, this very one, or let's see. Yeah, either one, control dark or button shadow. Okay, that's fine. Now each of these button, you have to give them a name. So this one is going to be known as BTN Backspace. It is a good practice. Just give them a name. You see the back with the backspace, I'm going to copy a backspace from Word. This is Word document, okay? I've just opened up my Word document. Now go to Insert, and I have the symbol for backspace in here. There we go. The symbol of this backspace is, you will find that on Wingings if you want to use the backspace, or you can copy it and line. That is it right there. Okay, you should find it right here somewhere. If you scroll right down, that is it. Okay, so click on that, insert. The other one that I'm going to grab hold of is the plus minus, and that's it. So copy the backspace, or I can just copy both. So stop me returning back to Word. So come right in here. You see where we have the text. Drop the backspace there. So now get rid of this plus, and I'm going to change this font here. I'm going to change the font to Wingings. Enter W there. That's it, Wingings, and I should be able to see my backspace in there. You see that? Why this very one? I'm going to change that to, let's go straight to text. I'm going to change that to plus minus. There we go. And here I'm going to change this one to 7. Okay, then the next one is 8, 9. The plus sign, once you click on one, let's do that again, plus sign here, and get rid of this. This is subtract, and that will be 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, multiply, and here we have division equals here decimal, and this will be 0 there. Okay, now this one up here, that will be CE, that's clear entry, while we have clear here. There we go. So we finish designing the interface. The next thing that I'm going to do is each of these buttons, give them a name. This already has a name, and this one is going to be BTN clear entry, BTN CE, and this is going to be BTNC. We have BTN plus minus. Let's enter PM here. This is BTN odd, BTN 9. We have BTN 8, BTN 7. BTN4, BTN5, BTN6, BTN subtract, we can just call that sub, BTN multiply, I'm going to call that mod. There we go. BTN3, BTN2, BTN1, BTN0. And this is going to be BTN decimal. Just call that dec. And BTN equals. Finally, BTN divide. Let's enter. There we go. Each component now have their own respective names. There, that's fine. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to double click on the form and declare a variable. Right up here, I want to declare the following. Let's say dim. Let's go for F. Or we can just call that first number, comma, second number as double. Okay. Just as a double character. Or double number, I mean. Then the next declaration is going to be for I'm going to call that OP as string. Okay, this OP will take in the plus, minus, and so on. Okay, what I'm going to then do is I'm going to go back to the interface here, and now I want to start work with my programming. But I'm going to select every single button here, the numeric button and the decimal button here. I just want to use one single event for them. So let's come in here where we have events, and you see the plus, sorry, the click event. That's the one I intend to use. I'm going to change that to number click. Just press enter. That's your event defined. If I minimize this, you guys can see the name of each buttons are already highlighted there. Look at that. Okay, so that makes life easy for you. But let's come in here now. Let's create an object that will group all of these buttons together. I'm going to call that dim B. That stands for all of the buttons. That will be as buttons, and that is going to be equals sender. So whenever I click on that button, it will send something down. So let's come right down here using a conditional statement. If b.text, if that is equals the decimal sign, then this is what I want the system to do for me. Using another if statement, if within if, that's a nested if. If it is not, LBL results. My display that is called LBL result dot text dot contains the decimal, then LBL results dot text, grab hold of that, paste that right underneath here. That will be equals LBL result, let's plus B. Okay, right there, that's the B. Okay, whatever is on B, the text content of B, add it to whatever we have inside the result. So we have an end if there. Now I'm going to use an else statement, else. We can just grab hold of this. That is, if we're not dealing with anything to do with the decimal, we'll just put that in there. Check this out, guys. That takes care of all your buttons. Okay, I'm going to run that so that you guys verify that. Click on run. There we go. Bring that up. And I can just do what I like now. Click on this again. You see, you can only enter that once. All right, you see, that's how that works. That is good. Now let's take care of all of the operators. I'm going to select that and just select all of these operators. Okay, come right here again. See where we have events. Click on that, and I'm just going to call that OP click, operator click. Press enter. Place that in there. With the object OP click, I'm also going to use an if statement here. So I'm going to say if it does not contain anything. So let's say if this, paste that in here, get rid of the not. Dot text, if it's not equals to 0, then we want the following. We want the display to do something now. Say LBL display, this one here, dot text, that will be equals results, LBL result dot text. Okay, so whatever we have in here is stored in here. Now, once you store whatever value we have in here, then let's clear it. Come right down here and just clear. There we go. Then OP, the operator that was displayed up there, will be equals b.text, whatever text we have on the operator. Check that out, guys. Look at that. That makes life easy. If you run it now, and if I say 5 multiplied by 3, look at that. Now we need to take care of the equals to make that work as well. Double click on the equals. With the equals, I'm going to be using, first of all, let's use try catch if I run into any error. And at the same time, I'm going to, you see this very display here? I'm going to first of all say this display, that will be equals the following, just in case the end user enter 0, or the end user want to divide by 0. I'll just enter cannot divide by 0. There we go. Okay, cannot divide by 0, so in that case, let's empty that out. We can just get rid of that. So then LBL display, let's say equals Visual Basic empty, VB empty equals VB empty. Okay, press enter. There we go. Now, oh, this should be an if statement. If. All right. So if this equals this, then this display should display this. Now the next thing is using an if statement again. Let's grab hold of all of these again. Or I can just grab hold of everything here. Come right down here. If it is not, let's say if it's not empty, if the result is not empty, and OP, the operator, is not equals empty, then I want you to do as follows. Press enter. So I'm going to say F, that is button, the variable first number. I'm going to then say equals, you can say by value, that will be equals LBL display, LBL display dot text, and the other one is the second number, that will be equals by value as well, LBL result dot text. Now we need to then use a selection statement to carry out whatever is there. So the first number is here, second number will be here. So come right here now. Using select statement, select case. And this case that I'm using is going to be OP. Press enter. The very first one is the plus sign. So within the plus sign, let's just add up as follows. Results to take in this following value. Come right down here, paste the result underneath here. And I'm going to convert it as well because this text box only takes in string character. There we go. And what do I want to take in? It's going to be first number. Paste that in here. Plus second number. There we go. There. And we now want to take care of the subtract. Let's copy that. Come right down here. That would be for subtract. So change this to subtract. And we change this case to subtract as well. So let's copy both. Paste. This will become multiplication. And this is multiplication. This will be division. And this is division. In the case of the division, let's do one or two things first. Because I don't want to be able to divide by 0. Remember this here. So come right down here. So I'm going to enter an if statement. If second number equals 0, then I don't want this message displayed. Grab all of this message. This second number that is going to be for LBL result, because that's what taking the very first value. Dot text equals that. Okay, that LBL this display that, and else we want the results to display whatever the division will be. So I'm going to select this and just move it up here. There we go. I'm going to try this out. But before then, let's make sure with N select right here. And what about in here? I need an error message here. And right here, I also need to clear. Let's clear the display, else the display will be showing up one or two things. Let's come right down here and say LBL display dot text equals clear. And in here, enter a message box. Message box using the message content itself. Dot show. I'm going to use EX here. That is already there for us. Equals message. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to try that out to see how it will work. So let's click on run. Come right here. I'm going to first of all divide by 0. There we go. Look at that. That is not acceptable. Okay. Now, the clear is not working yet. Let's do that again. Let's see what I multiply. 12 multiplied by 6. There we go. Divide by 9. Plus whatever. Plus minus is not working. So we need plus minus. All of these components up here are not working yet. That is good. Now let's go up here. First of all, I'm going to take care of the backspace. Double click on the backspace. With the backspace, I'm going to use an if statement as well, which I can even, let's see if I can grab this. Just grab all of this, delete whatever I have in there. That's my backspace here again. Look at it, backspace. Backspace, get rid of all of this. That should be length. Okay, let's come in here. LBL result or text dot length. If it's greater than 0, then we want the following: LBL equals here, LBL result. That will be equals LBL results dot remove whatever we have inside LBL result dot text dot length. We then minus it by 1. Say comma, that's -1, comma 1, end if. So that is for the backspace. Okay, just to remove one of the values. So let's see how that's going to work. Backspace, backspace, backspace. That's good. So that's working. Now, let's take care of this very one here. Double click on clear entry. Okay, with the clear entry, I'm just going to first of all declare a variable, a local variable. Let's come in here and just say F1 or just F, comma, S, make them as string. All right, that'll be F as string. Now, LBL result, the text, we have to clear that. Now let's assign the following: F, that will be equals, convert whatever we have, dot to string. So what we convert in here is going to be first number. There we go. And we'll repeat the same thing for the second number. And this will be second. And change this to second. Now clear both local variable. Clear that and clear S as well. There we go. That's it. I've just taken care of my clear entry. So what will happen is this: we officially clear the second entry. Run. So we'll come in here. 89 multiplied by 7. No, we don't want to multiply by 7. Get rid of 7. Multiply by 2. There we go. All right, so let's backspace. Now we need to take care of this clear entry. So with clear entry, let me clear both. We just want to end the whole lot. So let's clear. Let's clear this and also clear the other one. Come in here, double click on that and just enter clear for that, and LBL display as well. The text equals clear. So that's my clear entry taken care of. And now finally we now want to take care of the plus minus itself. Let's make sure the clear entry work. Let's say there equals that, divide by 8, clear both. All right, that's good, it's working. Supposing we just want to clear one single one, clear. All right, it works. Very good. Now plus minus, double click on plus minus. With the plus minus, I'm going to declare a variable I'll call PM plus minus. Let's say that's as double as well. And right underneath here we say PM, that is equals, convert dot to double whatever I have inside LBL results dot text. There we go. And LBL result dot text, that is equals, let's convert it back to string dot to string, and just say 1 multiplied by PM. There, that is it, taken care of. All right, I think I've just finished creating this calculator for you guys. So let's run that and see. Bring this center here, and let's say 85 point whatever plus minus multiply by 9 There we go. That is fine, guys. Okay, let's clear it. Say 23 plus, no, minus 6 plus minus. Let's add 9 to it. There we go. That's fine. And that is how you create your own calculator in Visual Basic. So with that, guys, I'll call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed it. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. But just before I leave, I will just scroll through the codes one more time. Numbers put together, that is the number and the decimal. The event, variables declared. The operator, the equals function. Backspace, clear entry, clear, plus minus. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I believe you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.